Good morning, and welcome to the West Babylon Public Library Mindful Moments in May. My name is Kate Finnick. I am a certified meditation instructor, and I'm so happy to be on this journey with you these few weeks, exploring the ways that mindfulness practice can benefit us in our lives and in today's situations in the world that we're in right now. So, for today's or this week's thought, I wanted to just explore a little bit the idea of fear and worry and how mindfulness can help that. I know that right now there's a lot of fear and worry that's going on for many, many people. And, the disruption in our lives, the changes that took place so quickly. And there's a couple thoughts that I wanted to bring to our attention regarding fear and worry. And then we'll do a brief mindfulness practice to help us kind of address that and release it. Fear is such an interesting thing. There's a quote that I love from a very, I guess you could say, unlikely source, but it was actually from the Star Wars movies, from Yoda. And Yoda said, "Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. And hate leads to suffering." And I loved that quote when I heard it because it is so true. When we are fearful, um, it can lead to very strong emotions. And, if someone has a different viewpoint or a different opinion or a different idea about the thing we're fearful about, it can bring out a lot of anger um, because it's coming from the place of fear. So, your difference makes me uncomfortable. And we can express that through anger. But then anger can lead to hate. And then hate just leads to more suffering in general. It's a cycle that doesn't help anyone and hurts many, including ourselves. The other quote regarding fear that I always found very wise it's actually from a song by a group called Tears for Fears. And the line goes, "Fear is such a vicious thing. It wraps me up in chains." And I remember even when I was very young hearing that line from the song and it striking me because it did ring so true. When we're fearful, when we're tied up in that emotion of fear, it closes us off. It chains us. It chains us from being able to see the big picture of things or hear maybe ideas or things. It closes us in, which again doesn't help. It doesn't help because if there's stuff we're fearful about, it's through sharing, it's through exchanging ideas, possibilities that we can learn more. And as the more we learn, fear will usually go down a little bit because fear usually comes from us feeling that we just don't know or understand. And that also includes the idea of worry. That worry, which is a very natural byproduct of fear, takes us away from being in the present moment, from feeling comfortable, and from also, again, being able to be open to seeing our options, to learning, all of those things which can help take away our levels of fear and worry. So the last quote I want to kind of share with you, or thought I want to share with you before we go into our practice, says, "When you can't control what's happening, challenge yourself to control the way you respond to what's happening. That's where your power is." I want you to just take in those words as we move into our practice for this week, because that is where our power is. Again, the more that we can take a moment through mindfulness to ground ourselves and center ourselves in a place of peace and calm, the more then that we can look around at what's happening outside of us that we can't control, but decide how we will respond to that. And we can then respond from a place of being able to be more open to hearing, to seeing, to evaluating, and hopefully learning so that we can make really good choices for how best to move forward in the environment that we're in. So get comfortable. If you're sitting, put your feet flat on the floor. If you're sitting on the floor, just let yourself feel the groundedness. And take a nice deep breath in and out. Letting yourself just become aware of your breath. Breathing in and out. Letting yourself notice where you feel your breath. Maybe your nose or your chest, your belly. Just allowing the natural rhythm of your breath in and out. And as you're doing it, on each in-breath, as you breathe in, say to yourself, I breathe in peace. Feeling the energy of peace entering in with your breath and filling you. And then with each out breath, say to yourself, I am calm. Breathing in, I feel peace. Breathing out, I am calm. Just breathe into that for a moment. And know that no matter what is going on outside in the world, in your environment, that may be creating feelings of worry or fear or stress, you have the power to take a few moments, Focus on your breath, breathing in peace and feeling calm. To decide how you're going to respond in the best possible way for you. All is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come. I am safe. So remember, we can't control situations outside of ourselves, but we always have power. And our power is how we are going to respond. So as a final thought, I wanted to just leave you with, ships don't sink because of the water around them. Ships sink because of the water that gets in them. Don't let what's happening around you get inside you and weigh you down. So use the mindfulness techniques to build that muscle, that inner strength, and that can truly empower you to help then empower the world. Have a wonderful day. Be well.